Well, we're gonna talk about and I revisited it. This album is a little bit over 30 years old, but this week is the first week. This month is the first week this album went #1, and it is Mary J. Blige's "My Life" album. Some people arguably say that's her best album. Let's go to overall thoughts before we dive into the tracks. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I'm saying that this is her best album. Everybody loves this was her heartbreak era.
This is KC. This is the KC era. Like she's fully
right after KC.
No, this ain't after. KC is with her. We on this album. She with KC at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. With the toxic, before toxic relationships was even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was loving this when this was a blonde hair Mary.
Yes.
Because it was like, man, look what she did.
This blonde hair Mary with the swoop, with the swoop over the eye.
Blonde hair Mary, baby. Yes, Mary J. Blige is a hairstyle icon first and foremost, and
I agree.
Flat out, because when she was Red Hot Mary to be exact, because that was the dark and lovely color that they were selling, and that's what I dyed my hair color to. So when I was a redhead, like I was redhead for a while, and it was because it was Red Hot Mary is what I was wearing. And
that's the name of the product is Red Hot Mary.
I'm not making that up. Like, yeah, that was the name of the dye. Like, it was dark and lovely. Red Hot Mary was the color. Like, so when it comes to the hair, the girls have always gotten what Mary had. Anybody worry about a little Beyonce's hair until she had them braids, and people had already been wearing braids for decades. So just put that out there. Like, so when it comes to the hair, you got your hair done like Mary. And then next generation started getting their hair done like Rihanna. But we ain't followed, but amazing album. Be Happy. We performed that 7th grade talent show. We did that 7th grade talent show. And I think we did the remix.
The Keith Murray
the remix one. It was, I'm going down, Mary. Like, you bring me joy. My life for me was like, to this day, like I still listen to it and it still hits me hard. But like the other part of it is, like I said, so that time when that album came out, like, so I was in middle school. Everybody knows middle school is just fucking horrible. On every kid, it's just bad. And my life was like literally the song "My Life" was like, I would put it on, it'd be on repeat. So it's like I'm laughing as I'm looking at all the tracks, and I'm like, did you actually listen to every song on her? Because I feel like I just had my life on repeat. Like, and that was it. Like, that was because that's how deep it was for me. Like, I was just sad all the time. And like, but that song just really, I felt like somebody gets me. Like, so so Mary, so that's 94. So between My Life and Me Against the World, Shed So Many Tears, Tupac, those were.
We'll get into that later on this year.
That's
20 years, 30 years coming up
for me.
But coming up on the 30.
Yeah, You Bring Me Joy. You. That's my shit. I mean, it's a good, it's a solid album.
I like the Mary Jane.
All Night Long.
All Night Long, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go through the tracks. So intro, it's a normal intro, which is Mary's intro is actually pretty good in general. Her intro to 401 is good as well. With everybody leaving a message.
The answering machine.
Yeah, it was, and I was like, dang, like people was really messing with Mary. Like at that time, especially then, you had Grand Poobah on there. You had I think Busta was on there. It was random people just leaving a message like, oh, so she is the queen of hip hop, R&B, soul. Or whatnot.
Train of thought. Daryl, write this down. Grand Poobah. Write down Grand Poobah, Tommy Hilfiger. We'll talk about it later, but remember I've always talked about like that Tommy Hilfiger rumor. I need to know. I've been.
Brad Pooper is one of the people that got put on Tommy Hilfiger. Nobody talks about.
Yeah, so but like I said, when you just said his name, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to tell him that like a week ago. But move on. Let's move forward. Like, but yeah, it's intro. All good. I mean, produced by Chucky Thompson and Puffy Combs.
No. This is the Chucky Thompson produced album. Ain't no way. Everyone always give Chucky and rest in peace of Chucky Thompson that passed away this couple of years ago. Yeah. This is Chucky Thompson at his finest to me. Don't let that dude, the other guy that is in jail right now, take. He
was in the room.
Yeah, and he dropped Mary off and got a production credit.
He was in the room when he was making the beats.
Yeah, so we know that because we know that. But Mary Jane all night long. You just mentioned that, like, I mean, it's really his Mary Jane girl song. Really just flipped. That they did. So. I wonder, did the great Rick James get his cut off of this? Oh, they got him as a writer in the credits.
Yeah, he's a writing credit.
Yeah, so he got his publishing. Okay.
Yeah, he got his.
Rick.
And then, I mean, and You Bring Me Joy. I didn't know JoJo Haley wrote that with Mary.
And then, so production, it says for music, Chucky Thompson and Combs, and for vocals it has Haley under production. So it has writers for it has Mary and JoJo as writers, and then but for production it has JoJo being the vocal producer versus.
I wonder if he did the reference track then. That's what I'm wondering, if he did the reference for that. And then next up on this album, another interlude, Marvin's interlude. You know, back then interludes were big for our younger listeners. Interludes and intros, outros, skits.
Yeah,
you know,
I do miss skits.
I do miss skits.
I should make an album just of skits.
I'm surprised nobody didn't do that. Didn't the Jerky Boys try that with like their albums, like the prank call albums?
So, yeah. You have a skit on each song, like yeah.
I'm the Only Woman, which is a dope song. Now the next one, this I never understood. I mean, I know Keith Murray's our homeboy, so but this is an offshoot of a question for y'all. Hey man, Keith Murray had a great relationship with Diddy for some reason at one point, or Puff at once. It was Puff back then, because he also did the dope "Can't You See" remix with Keith Murray, which I arguably think is better than the Biggie one, to be honest. Like just the way that beat bangs on the "Can't You See" remix, and then now he's on this right after the next year on another R&B remix.
Was he already with Def Jam at the time?
Yeah. He'd already came out with that first Get Lifted album.
Okay,
yep. He was on the Def Squad.
Yeah, with the beautifulest thing in the world.
Yep. Yeah. And Get Lifted.
Like, when did he go? But then when did he go to jail?
That was in the late 90s.
2000s, wasn't it?
Late 90s, late 2000s. Yeah. But he was there in the club or something and it hit somebody. I believe that's the case.
Welcome home, Murray. It made me. I started thinking about Fatty Girl and like just remember like saying "Welcome home" and then I'm like, when did he go to jail? Then
he had a decent song with Tyrese back in like 06.
Okay, yep. May 25th of 1995, Murray is arrested after being accused of hitting a man with a bar stool in a fight and released on bail. So he didn't go to jail till 98 though, and he got out in 01. Okay. So that's when Fatty Girl would be out around it. So that makes sense.
Like, I ain't nuts. I'm like he had to have gone to jail like right after this.
Yeah.
Like yeah, so yeah. So anyway, but sorry, train of thought.
Yeah. So next up, You Gotta Believe, which is a dope song. I love this song.
Gotta Believe. And we got there.
And Big Bub from Today.
From Today.
Telling me story. We need to talk about that song. Let me write that down.
It's about a drug woman. You find out it's about somebody. He's like, when you're
telling me stories is about a woman that's addicted to crack, and she was lying to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what. But it's a good ass song. Like people don't realize that's what it's about. But no, like that's literally what the story is about. If you watch the video, I think at the end it has like, if you or a loved one is addicted to crack,
Yep,
call this
they
number.
do. Yep.
Yep.
They do.
Yep. I remember.
And that's another group that couldn't lose their lead singer was Big Bub with Today. Yeah.
Why you getting funky on me?
Tell me why.
He can perform all them songs without them. The next, I never want to live. I never want to live without you. Another Big Bub written track.
Yeah, with and a little Faith Evans on there too. So like it's you see
And
Faith.
Combs just how is Combs involved?
He was in the room.
Look at these liner notes and these real writers are on here. Like,
He was in the room.
God, this nigga, man. I mean, for real, y'all really believing that Combs wrote 80% of this album? Stop it, man.
He was in the room.
That frustrates me more or less. We go through this album, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this nigga's on 85% of the credits.
He was in the room. He was in the building. All right, he was in the building.
Look, okay, some people wasn't even with you when you wasn't in the gym, when you shooting in the gym. So like he was in the room.
He was in the room. He wasn't shooting, but he was in there.
Getting writing credit and production credit on a lot of these songs. Like, God damn.
He provided dinner. He provided snacks.
Like, okay, like he was giving the studio time, right? He was giving rides and all that stuff. Like it's the other part of it is, I think what we do know, like I said, as far as executive production is concerned, right? Being able to put it all together, I think that's the talent. If not making the beat, not writing the shit, none of that. I don't write rhymes, I write checks.
Executive producer credit, that's fine. But
right, it's absolutely fine, right? Again, so maybe you heard everything and you're like, yeah, but you know what though? If y'all would have done it, put that at the front and put this at the back, that'll do something different. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on, nigga, you right. Okay, cool. Run me like I need to get paid for me telling you that. But the idea, you didn't.
Just put me on that production credit, player.
On all the production credits.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, I'm going down. At least he's on this too, and this is a remix. How did Diddy get a production credit on a song that's a remake?
It was his idea, and he was in the room.
This is amazing. He gets a production credit on a song.
Himself? He didn't told you. How many times you want him to tell you what had this happen? You're not listening. That's probably
he was in every room.
Always.
He was in every room at the same time.
Oh, Snapple.
All right, next up, My Life interlude. Oh no, we didn't even talk about the song My Life. I'm sorry. Let me go back. We didn't talk about the song My Life, the song that Stacey talked about a little bit earlier. But
yeah.
Is that was every 8th grade to 12th grade girl's song in general, their theme song, right?
If you look in the eye, you see what I see. Life can be only what you make it. When you're feeling down, I'm about to hold on. Wait a minute.
Did he got a damn writing credit on that too? God damn. God damn.
He was in all them rooms. With the what the people called the hitman.
Yeah, the hitman. Yeah.
He'll give you peace of mind. For real. Yes, he would. Like she was in. Like but again, it's not only just the words, it's not just the song, it's the passion in her voice as she's singing it. And it's someone else could have sang that song and it wouldn't have come off the same way. There's a level of, and I hate to say it, there's a level of hurt that you need to have to really like get that out there. And and I think that's why that song hits so hard, is because and it wasn't a single, was it? Like it was a single, or was
it? It was a single.
It was a single, but they didn't do a video for it.
There was no video for it.
Yeah, because they was pumping out on the radio now. They was pumping that song on the radio.
My Life.
No, it's not a video for My Life. No, it's not a video for My Life.
There's not a video for My Life, and Wikipedia say it wasn't a single, but I know I heard it on the radio.
Maybe on the single, but they played that song on the radio a lot.
I'm like, I heard it on the radio. I'm not insane.
How they did how they did Beauty with Drew Hill.
Yeah. Where the street said, you better be playing this. I'm requesting it.
That was the song for the streets.
So let's go back into the regular thing. So Be With You, which is a dope song. Mary's Joint. Hold on. I know there's one which was good. Don't Go, which is super dope. Big Bub on that one. I love that. I love Don't Go. I Love You, which is dope. Hold on. Did KC write? KC wrote No One Else.
Yeah. And Mr. Dalvin produced it.
What? So he look, and no Diddy on here. No Diddy.
No Dalvin out here doing something. Dalvin will be just fine. You just need somebody else to sing the songs. I told y'all that.
Dalvin was like, you can't come in this room, Puff.
Because Diddy come in the room, he get a credit. Oh, shit. Hold on, Diddy come in the room? So that was like, they ain't let him know when they was doing the session for him. Like, if he come in the room, he get a credit.
Y'all can do it. We gonna record this in my studio.
And then finally the big joint, Be Happy, which also has the remix with Keith Murray that wasn't on this album actually, and I think they put it on the re-released version.
Probably. And it's funny because I'm thinking about the remixes and the how Mary literally had a remix album. There was the 411. And so, but the only song that I like on the remix album is the My Love with Heavy D.
With Heavy D.
Like, I mean, not that I dislike everything else, but My Love with Heavy D is my shit. Like, what you gonna do now that my love is gone away? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, it's 7 minutes long.
It's a long
because one. There's a long.
I guess Teddy Riley had to get his off.
Right, like it's a really long intro and then a long outro of Heavy D saying, "Got nothing love for you, back to me now." Like that's it. But, hey, 7 minutes. I'm with it. No problem.
And then, and once again, so Poke from Tone and Poke, the track masters, produced this. Diddy gets credit once again, and we could see the other production that the track masters have done that aligns along with this, and we know that Diddy didn't have anything to do with this. This in general, man, like this really pisses me off, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ruined maybe I revisited. I didn't realize that this Negro was on this many songs, not even on his label. This ain't even no Bad Boy. This on Uptown.
Yeah, Uptown. That's Andre Harrell.
Yeah, this after he left.
Because he went to Motown, didn't he?
Andre Harrell did go to Motown. Yep.
Yeah.
But this is no. This is one of his albums because I think this might be Mary's last album on Uptown because then Heavy D brought in Monifa, and was like his main girl when he took over Uptown when Andre Harrell went to Motown. And I think she may have just folded herself into MCA or something like that.
Yeah. My World, the second album released November 29th, 1994 by Uptown and MCA Records.
And then Share My World is
unlike her debut, What's the 411, Blige contributed lyrics to 14 of the album's tracks, making it her most introspective and personal album at the time, which makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Similar to her debut album, My Life features extensive production from Sean Puffy Combs for his newly founded label, Bad Boy Entertainment, which was at the time backed by Arista Records.
And then her next album wasn't on Uptown; it was on MCA. She got folded in MCA. Share My World is on MCA Direct.
So Puffy was the producer on the first album too. On What's the 411?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the Jodeci album?
Allegedly, I want to say allegedly. I want to put in allegedly.
What about the first Jodeci, the Forever My Lady?
No, that's all Devontae.
Yeah, What's the 411 is Uptown and MCA.
Oh.
After signing a recording contract with Uptown, she began working with producers Sean Puffy Combs, other producers and songwriters Devontae, Dave Hall, Mark Morales, Corey Rooney, blah 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 blah. Yeah. After being signed to Uptown, Blige began working with record producer Puff Daddy. He became the executive producer and produced a majority of the album, allegedly.
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 He's a curator. I'm not taking away his ability to curate shit, but the idea he was sitting in there doing these beats and writing these lyrics is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what? He realized as we wrap up here, there's gotta be. Did he realize something between the first Mary and this album? Because the first album he didn't get writing credit; he was only production credit. Somewhere somebody told him, "Hey man, you might need a double dip. You need to go ahead and go in them rooms, like Scott said, and bring the Chinese food and get you a writing credit too on all the songs that you is involved around."
He has some writing credits, but not nearly like it is on My Life.
My Life.
He made for it to literally say that she wrote helped write like 14 of the songs on there, which why it was so introspective. But then for his name to be listed so much on there, and it's like, okay, there's no way.
Yeah, you think he was like Babyface or something.
My Life was an introspective song for her.
Yeah.
How did he even? You got a writing credit.
But it's that whole. It's so crazy to say it's not hard to get a writing credit, because what if you wrote it? What if I proofread it?
Okay.
Right? I proofread it and I'm like, you know what? This sounds, say it this way, or this would be a better thing like that. So if you write it and I proofread it, do I get a writing credit?
Because that's what Beyonce do.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.